Hey everyone, we're gonna hop into another Ikoria draft. I am looking to play some green creatures since I have a lot of quests for those. We're gonna see if we can stay away from the typical white-black that I usually rely on. It's a really good color combination for this format because it has a lot of the hard removal that can deal with whatever your opponent is tossing down. Alright, so we see a Karuga. I've already tried the Karuga companion deck. You guys saw that didn't turn out great for me. It was kind of fun, but wasn't a big fan of it. So heightened reflexes is pretty good for creatures, but you need some way to protect your creatures too. So it might be like with white for fight as one or blue for counter spells. Could go like green white humans, exuberant wolf bear. There's some decent red humans too. Wolf bear's a pretty big body. Nightbonder is interesting, but I want to try and stay away from black if I can. I'm gonna take Wolf Bear. That Sanctuary Lockdown is really good, but I'm just avoiding those colors. Might not have a choice. Draft's all about just playing what's available to you. Well, these are some good white cards. Migratory Greathorn's pretty solid. With green, I probably want to be in... Oh, there's the blue for Gust of Winds. I don't know how many good humans there are in blue, though. Wolfbear might not be great. It's too early for me to really tell what colors are available, so let's assume that we're going to try this Gust of Wind strategy. In which case, Frostlings could be fun as well, getting in for some high damage. Frostlings. I don't particularly like Frostlings as a card, but we can take it. Alright, so we're not seeing a lot of blue. We might need to get out of blue. Depends on what we see in the next cards. This Rumbling Rockslide is really strong, and the fact that it's still here is a pretty good signal that red might be open. Don't know much about green yet. Yeah, there's not a lot of creatures that Rumbling Rockslide doesn't kill. Especially if you're running it alongside like Fertilid and stuff to pump out extra lands, or Migratory Greathorn. Too bad I didn't pick that one earlier. Got this dumb Frostlings instead. Big backlog of picks up there. Alright, so white is clearly open. I don't think there's any room for debate on this. Fight as one is quite good. Divine Arrow is extremely good. Even Flourishing Fox is fine. I think it's safe to say that green and black are probably not open. We haven't seen a lot of quality black cards. There was that one Blood Curdle, which is a very good black card. But I think we're going to be in white. We might put together like a cycling thing. Fight as one seems like it could be good. Depends on... We can try and pick up a mix of humans and non-humans. I really want this Flourishing Fox as well, because I think cycling might be a fun deck to do this game. But I don't... I think there's a better chance that we'll see another Flourishing Fox than a Fight as one. This is a pretty rare card to come by in draft. And it can be a pretty huge blowout. So we might still be blue, but we're definitely going to be doing white-red stuff. Right, this is a pretty good option for the humans and non-humans white-style deck. Plus it helps start getting us some bodies, since I think we're a little behind on that, having to ditch some of these colors. Okay, well this is... I really like Mystic Subdual. I don't know if we're going to be in blue. This is one of the Triumph colors, so we might see some land support for it. I think Divine Arrow is just too good to pass, though. Alright. Frill Scare Mentor is going to be good in the white-red humans, non-humans deck. Might even get that Tentative Connection back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not this pack. Oh, there's another one, though. Tiger or Tentative Connection. We'll take Connection and make this a really obnoxious stealing deck. We can probably pick up a lot of these. I'm going to take Lava Serpent because it's got cycling and is dangerous on its own. If we do end up going a cycling route, Serpent will definitely want to be in that deck. Right, I think we can take these blue out for now. That Frostling Soul play really well into sort of threatened style decks. Trap's probably fine. Maybe we'll get Aluris. He's pretty good with Springjaw Trap. Plains. Alright, it's right in our colors. It's great. Okay, Skycat Sovereign's really, really good. So is Lordrak is getting back Tentative Connection, though. So I'm not sure. Both of them asked me to put blue in the deck. Let's go for Blood's pretty reasonable as well. Especially if I can use it to take their creature and fight with their creature. Do we want blue? Throw this Frostlinks back in. I mean, Skycat's just really good. I'll take Skycat. It's just really good. Alright, so Flyers are also in for us. This Labyrinth Raptor is pretty good for us, but I don't want to throw in black at this point. I don't think that's a good plan. So this Avian Oddity is good. Stinger. I'm not sure what I think about the Heron. Stinger gives us more humans. Oddity gives us some flying to go with the Gust of Wind, which apparently we can play. I need to keep an eye out for more Menace, though. I'm gonna go with the Oddity. I think that'll pull its weight. Okay, so here's a Menace option, Tigerilla. Here's more flying option, which is also going to be good. And then for my humans, I want to get like a Day Squad Marshal. I don't want Perimeter Sergeant style stuff, although Snare Tactician could be quite good as well if we end up going for a cycling route. Let's see, we're pretty good on 4-drops. We need to pick up some more aggressive. Yeah, the Mentor. Huh. I'll go with the Mentor. Alright, I think... Oh. Yeah, we'll go with this 4/4 Flyer. That's our reward for being in red, even though we were not looking at being in red for quite a while. Ooh, that's pretty good. 4/4 Flyer that doesn't want to go away. We don't have a lot of Mutate, so it'll probably only resurrect once. Unless we get another, like, Lord Drakus. That would be pretty sweet. Regal Leosaur. This is the sort of deck that would want it. Let's go for it. I need some token generation now. I need a lot of creatures to go with these cards. King Caesar and Regal Venusaur both really want a lot of token variety, so if I find more forbidden friendships, I want to pick those up. I know I passed one, I think pack 1. Alright, so we've got First Striker, Flyer. We're doing pretty good on the high end. I think I need some aggressive early stuff. Paraceratops is not great. We don't have a lot of non-creatures stuff. Same with the Wolverine. I guess Tiger is going to be our strongest pick. It'll boost our humans to help attack. I think Cat is an easy pick here. I was just talking about needing those early creatures. Now, I am in 3 colors. I should be looking at the lands a little more carefully. I just passed a blue-red land. Frostlinks or Reconnaissance Mission. This does have cycling if we end up picking up some cycling incentives. Frostlinks helps us kill stuff. I think Mission's going to help a lot, because we've got stuff to help us get damage in with Tentative Connection. I need to make sure I can keep fueling that. Go for Blood's pretty easy for us if we're running these Tentative Connections. I want the Stinger, just for a 2/2. I think I want the Menace. I've got a really stacked 4-drops section. Might need to do something about that. Quickly Raptor is a pretty good creature for this deck to want. I'll take the Keep Safe in case I want to play it. This deck might want Keep Safe. It's got... I think I just want to play out more creatures rather than Keep Safe. There's more cycling. Ooh, that Vivian is not going in our deck. I don't remember if I need one though, but here's a second fight as one, so we're doing that. No question. Alright, so if we can get our mana sorted, it looks like we have a pretty scary humans, non-humans style deck. Got a pretty good mix. I don't know what I need to take out. Okay. So we got removal here, which is good. I think the removal is the key. Yeah, more 4-drops. Could have gone for the Karuga deck. Here's some removal. Yeah, Fire Prophecy is a good card. Alright, so we got good pacifism for us, good Go for Blood, but I just want this land. I want to do something to help our desperate mana situation. And we've got a lot of good cards in our deck already, so it's fine. I would like another token thing. Just something to bump my numbers. This Skycat Sovereign will be pretty good, though. Skycat plus Regal, that's kind of scary. Of course, Skycat by itself is really scary. I don't think I'm playing another Divine Arrow. I think I want a lot of creatures in this deck rather than a lot of removal. Because Fight as One is going to be doing a lot of work for getting us an edge in combat. That being said, I don't think I'm going to play any of these. Thieving Otter. I might put that in instead of the Frostlinks. And we'll just lean into the Creature Steal. It's like a small reconnaissance mission, which might end up getting cut. I don't know. We do have a lot of evasion. Divine Arrow actually with our evasion would be pretty good, because if they go to double block with Menace, we can shoot one down. We might just be able to get that value with Fight as One, though. Alright, so we got another Capture Sphere. Heightened Reflexes is good on Menace. Like, really good on Menace. I like having that sort of combat trick option. I'm going to take the Springjaw Trap out, or not the Springjaw Trap, the Lava Serpent out. We don't really have cycling going on. I think I'll leave Reconnaissance Mission in. Ooh. That Vulpikeet is... Yeah, I'll find room for the Vulpikeet. I don't think we're playing this Moloch, but it's pretty good. Not playing any of these. Reunion's okay in limited. Depends on the style of deck. It's a pretty good human. We don't really have a lot of humans. I don't think I'm gonna play the Sabertooth. I already have, yeah. I'll consider the Wild Bonder. But we don't really have any trample, he's just a big human. Yeah, I don't want him. A lot of Perimeter Sergeants. We could have just made the Perimeter Sergeant deck. It's just all Perimeter Sergeants. Next time. Technically playable. Mysterious Cocoon. I don't think I want the Wolverine. We don't have that many non-creature spells. Alright. So, this is gonna get really hamstrung by our lack of mana fixing, is what it is. Maybe I should have looked for more Farfinders. We gotta cut 7 things. Alright, so the Moloch, I think, is an easy cut. Definitely Rock Slide. I think Gust of Wind's a good card. We have quite a few flyers, and if we're playing Reconnaissance Mission and Thieving Otter, that's a good opportunity to get an extra card draw. If our goal is to make some scary creatures and keep them off their tempo, then that's gonna work well for us. I'm not sure about this Avian Oddity. Gotta cut something. Got a lot of good cards in here. Wish I had more cheap Menace is what I want, but we'll have to make do with the Frill Scale Mentor. Or just paying full price for Tentative Connection. You know, 6 mana to combo with Go for Blood is not bad. Okay, so we got a lot of... We actually have quite a few non-creature spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So I think Capture Sphere is out. I'm going to take Hide Reflexes out. I like that option, but I don't think it's better than Fight as One. And we don't really have that much Menace to combo with First Strike. The rest of our creatures are not that big. No, we got some beefy stuff at the top end. Oh, not that many. We got a lot of spells at the top. But I'm liking the shape of this deck. We got solid stuff in the first 4 turns, and then Tentative Connection to swing in for lethal. Question is, what do I take out? That Healer is a pretty weak link, but I like having those 2-drops. And Cycling's actually going to help with this terrible mana base. I think King Caesar's probably going to go. These are all other creatures. We don't really have a lot of tokens. might actually take out the Wingspan Mentor. A lot of our oh wow. Everything except the Leosaur, Garrison Cat, Otter. He's great with the Otter. And Tigerilla have flying already. Oh, and King Caesar. And that's a fair number. And if they all have flying, never mind. He's great with a bunch of already flying things, so we'll leave that in. I was about to make a terrible mistake. And this Frenzied Raptor. Gotta cut two things. Take Divine Arrow out. Fire Prophecy is kind of just a better Divine Arrow in a lot of ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, I think I'm going to take out a creature. One creature is a Drannith Healer. Alright, we did it. Let's not draw any of the colors we need for 3 games. Maybe I should go back in and revise this deck down to just red-white if I had that much trouble cutting cards. Throw in maybe just a dash of blue for the Sky Cat. Let me actually look. Oh, too late. It's too indecisive. We'll play it out and find out what I think. I think I need to cut the reconnaissance mission though. It's got double blue. I think if we take that out, we can slim down the blue. Oh, we got all our colors, so we're doing it. Keep. We even have the double blue. Perfect. And double white. Right, we need to not draw any more lands for the rest of the game. Alright, that's the land. I'm just gonna pass. I don't really have any good plays. If I swing, he can swing back for 3. I would do this fight as 1 trade here, but I don't think that I get that option. Yeah, okay, well, he didn't play anything, so that could be nice. Let's play a Thieving Otter. Great. Okay. It is what it is. I was expecting a Lurking Deadeye. 4 mana and black is usually that. Okay. See if he goes for Reach or Vigilance. Reach would be pretty good against us, but we could probably fight through it. We've got Vigilance, so I've got to find something that can kill it. Go with Flying. We could trade a creature and our fight as 1 for it, but I don't think that's a good idea. He is in Blitz Leech range as well, so that's dangerous. Alright, we have just drawn too many lands. Bonders is 4 or greater. Okay. He's not activated the Bonders Enclave yet. but we're pretty much definitely going to lose this unless he just starts getting land flooded and we draw nothing but gas. Which is possible. We already have... Okay, well, Sky Sovereign's a really good card. So... let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if it gets conflicted again. That would be unfortunate. I should be attacking, I guess, but I don't trust him not to have sudden spinnerets. I'm just gonna take this. I couldn't be generating chump blockers with Skycat Sovereign, but this is a tough choice now. I have the combat trick to save him. If I make a blocker, or make another flyer, then he can kill it with Blitz Leech, which is what I think is going to happen. I don't really have the time to mess around with this, though. I'm just gonna go for it. I think it's gonna die to Blitz Leech, but Blitz Leech would kill something anyways. Alright. Interesting. Let's get some card draw in. I guess we can just move on to infinite chump blocking with Skycat's plan. Or at least try to. See if he goes for sudden spinnerets. I have Fight as one as backup. At this point, it's better off just Blitz Leeching my Leosaur and swinging for 1 billion damage. Alright. Okay. Well, I guess he doesn't have Blitz Leech, so I should probably assume that's true right now. Well, Fight as one doesn't help with that, so that's too bad. Still get my tokens. Go ahead and try and stem the bleeding here. I'm glad to get that Skull Prophet out of the way. Okay, well, this is pretty good. Gust of Wind is solid right now. Let's just go ahead and toss that down. This reconnaissance mission is definitely pulling its weight. Maybe I was entirely wrong. As well as Skycat Sovereign. Blue is justified this time. I'm about to deck myself out. Take action. Oh, there's another Fight as one. Alright, we're indestructible. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this in. This will make our tentative connection very... Okay. That's fine. I'm A-okay with that. So let's see, if he plays the Graphite again, I can tentative connection it for 3, 7 damage. Frostlings, that's fair. Tap down the glider. Okay. I guess he's gonna get reach this time, so maybe that Gust of Wind was a bad idea. But I still got the ability to deal with that. I just need a lot of creatures, so we will bide our time, and if I get a mutate, then we'll kind of just kick things off with a bunch of flying death. And in the meantime, I have Fight as one to keep my guys alive. Each opponent sacks a creature. Okay. Yeah, I can just give up a catbird. Okay, so he swings for 7. That's probably not lethal. Next turn I can tentative connection for 4, 5 from a cat, 9, 10, 11. If he doesn't have anything. Or I could just chump block and buy myself a lot more time. No, I'm gonna go for it. What's the worst that could happen? So this is a little risky. Getting another cat instead of keeping Fidus 1 up. He could kill me. He didn't. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna steal this, and I really wish it didn't tap my land. Why would it tap my land like that? 6, 10, 11. Yeah, I just need to do one Fidus 1 anyways. That's really obnoxious. I'll put that in case he has removal. He either has or he doesn't. Okay. We got there, but this is a good moral, is to tap your own lands when you're going to play multiple spells. Okay, well, let me look at this deck again. So, Reconnaissance Mission was sweet. I just don't know if it's worth having all this extra blue in our deck for. We could cut down the islands down to like 3 or 4 and be okay. And have a lot more red in here. What would I put in? Drannith Healer, Rooting Moloch. Rooting Moloch could be okay. Lets me go for blood. That's nice. I'm gonna keep going with it. I'll fix it if I end up losing a game because I can't cast it. It's pretty awkward. That's what Fire Prophecy's for, I guess. Got a Drannith Stinger, so we actually do have some stuff to work with here. Alright, well, we'll be in business if we can get a Plains. We'll play the Stinger. And it is 3 dangerous colors. Go to combat. Okay. He taps down my guy. So I have 2 options. I can go for blood here to get rid of his checkpoint officer, or I can just Fire Prophecy him. I'm trying to think how likely it is that go for blood's going to do anything good for me. And I think it's actually pretty likely because Tentative Connection, this is a good combo. So we're going to burn his officer and throw this Vulpikeet back, hoping to get to Plains. And I also might just need to cycle this Go for Blood. That might be what happens. I'll cycle it. Yeah, that's not a Plains. Good news is, we might get a good tentative connection with this thing. Bad news is we're probably not going to be able to make it kill anything else with Go. Oh, we don't have Go for 1 anymore anyways. Alright, well, I wonder if this is Divine Arrow over here. Sure is. I'm fine with that. Alright, so do we want a dumb Frill Scare Mentor or a dumb Wingspan Mentor? This is better at attacking back. Use that Blitz Leech mana though, so maybe I've made a mistake. Nope, it's not Blitz Leech. It is a Brushwag though, with no green. I probably would have mutated that personally. That's okay. Alright, so we're pretty much hosed. So the Tigorilla, it's Trample. It can trade with either of these, which is nice, but I don't have a good option for the Great Horn, which is going to be a real problem. However, playing the Skycat doesn't get me anything right now. It's actually really bad. This doesn't help me much either. And I think we just lose. I think getting stuck on those lands was just too good. I'm going to take Menace just to threaten pumping it with the Frill Scare. He's got the double Brushwag now though, so we're in trouble on that front as well. I don't trust it. Alright, we can concede. Well, his hand's empty. Is there anything that'll bring us back from this? I need like a Snapbax's Mythos. Yeah, we can concede. Might have been workable if we didn't get stuck on lands. Alright, as cool as Reconnaissance Mission is, I think we can safely say that blue needs to take a backseat at least. We'll put in Rooting Moloch instead. They'll give me some cycling back, so we'll take those out and put in I'm gonna do 1 white, 1 red. I think I'm gonna take out Thieving Otter as well. I like the Otter, but now that my blue is much lower in quantity, I don't think I can get it on turn 3, which makes it significantly worse. So Perimeter Sergeant's not a bad choice to go in the 3 drops. It's got a good body and works well with Fight as 1, and we're pretty low on impactful humans, so I think I'm actually going to play it. Other option is Proud Wildbonder, slightly bigger stats, doesn't really do anything for us, though we don't have anything with Trample except for this one Tigorilla. Could just throw in another Cycler. That might be the best way to increase our consistency. Plus it's a big punchy thing. I like the Perimeter Sergeant though. I think getting our Fight as 1 active is going to be nice. Okay, well let's try again. Try not to get stuck on lands. Alright, Tomio. Oh, we don't have red. That's cool. I'm actually not sure what I think about this Garrison Cat. I think it's going to be a little too impactless. Yeah, I think we can take the Garrison Cat out. Oh. Guess I can use it to block now. Red now for or Helica Glider now. I'm gonna go with Helica Glider, and I guess I'm gonna get first strike. I feel like he's gonna have something I'm not gonna like with this. Like he's gonna go to attack and get some sort of bigger buff. I don't know. I don't trust this Helica Glider to do much, but it might force him to play something. Alright, he goes and gets another land. We did see a Ruinous Ultimatum passed around. He might just be going for that. Alright, so there's a red, so we can go ahead and play Tigerilla with Menace and get shot down. This is all of the best removal, but that's kind of how we're stuck. So we'll go ahead and get that Menace. That's a safe attack. Get 2 damage in. Probably safe to go with the Garrison Cat as well. Mythos of Snapdax. That would be a little unfortunate. Oh, that's a good card. Alright. Let's get a land. And we'll just mutate onto the Garrison Cat. Gives me a good combo swing. Oh, it has Vigilance. Very nice. So, this is actually terrible. That's too bad. I should have save or put in the straight up mountain. I just swung with everything. It'd give me a good Fire Prophecy trade. Probably King Caesar for Destroyer, but if you block the Helica Glider for some reason. That's great. This is gonna tip our hand a little bit, but I'm just gonna Helica Glider attack. He doesn't have a good block for this, so I get damage in. Okay. Once again, a good reason to always save. Always wait until you've dealt your damage, cast your dumb spells, even if you have to put on full control. I'm trying to think of ways that we don't lose. I don't see any. Could get a Vulpikeet. Yeah, Vulpikeet would be pretty good. Actually, I think Vulpikeet would stabilize and maybe win the game. Until he finds his other plans for Mardu Ultimatum. And I can't really deal with that, so it's probably over now. Yeah. Dans are not our friends this game. I don't think I need to modify the deck, though. I think it's about where I want it to be. I think taking out the Reconnaissance Mission was definitely the right call. No, I did want to take out the cat. Cat's a good mutate target. Like, I liked being able to mutate King Caesar onto it. If he didn't have Vigilance, that would have been a really big damage swing. Alright, instead of the cat, we can put in more removal. Or more creatures. I think removal's a fine call. Yeah. It never hurts to have a Divine Arrow. I could be running a Capture Sphere, which would have been good against that Phoenix, but I'm trying to stay away from blue since we've lowered our mana count on that. Now, I am usually fine splashing for removal because you can cast that later in the game. Especially at Capture Sphere, you have a few turns to draw that, as fine as a top deck at the end. So getting by with fewer islands is okay in that case. But if I can get Divine Arrow instead of Capture Sphere to do pretty much the same task, that's fine. Problem that last game was, among other things, that I drew my fight as one after he played all of his damage spells. Okay. That seems okay. I need to find a blue source somewhere, but this is gonna work out well. If I could draw a fight as one and another land, then we go Regal Leosaur, save Divine Arrow, and then Frill Scare Mentor with fight as one open. He gets the swamp. Oh, that Frenzied Raptor's pretty good. Alright, Scorpion's fine. Hopefully it doesn't mutually destruction it into something. But I kind of expect that. That's typically what people use it for. Alright, well there's the fight as one. So now I just need a land. There's red, so I guess he can just play burn right now. He didn't. Let's see, I really want another land. Is what I want. Because of these colors, I'd like to keep fight as one mana up as long as possible, so I think what I'm going to do is just sit on this board, cycle my Go for Blood. This is really suspicious to me. Like, looks like an Essence Scatter to me, or a Convolute. So I can either wait or throw something into it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just play this Frenzied Raptor. If it resolves, that's great. It did. And it didn't pause on his turn, so he either turned on Auto Pass or doesn't have a counterspell. Which, it's not good to rely on that sort of game clue, but good to know. I guess he's just got a handful of 4-drops. That's not going to work out well for him. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just play this Frill Scare Mentor. And I don't think he's going to have a lot of good options now. Next turn, I can, like, if I get a Plains, I can mutate Vulpikeet. If I don't get a Plains, I'm not going to ever jeopardize this fight as one, basically. Okay. That's, okay. So he tapped out, and I think I can just kill him now. My tentative connection is Hemophage, and then Vulpikeet on the Regal Venusaur. I didn't do the math, but it seems real good. I suspect this is a lot of damage. Yeah. Good times. Alright, let's try and get to 3 wins. We had a rocky start, but I believe that we can at least pull out a 50-50 winning rate. This is really sketchy. Could be good, but it's really sketchy. We're definitely cycling that good for blood. Serval is either okay good news or really bad news for us. If he has solid footing, then we're in a lot of trouble. Unless he goes ahead and plays it right now. If he attacks and then plays solid footing... No, he doesn't go for solid footing, so... The only reason I'm using this Divine Arrow is because I really need to be using my mana for stuff for the rest of the game. So I don't think I'm actually getting the opportunity to cast it. So the problem here is I can't block the main Serval because of solid footing. And solid footing is pretty much the only reason I would run main Serval, so there we go. I need a land. Any land will work. It's not a land, but it'll do? Yeah, this is fine. This lets me fight as one. The problem with a lot of these solid footing decks is that once you kill the main Serval with the footing on it, they don't have a lot else. That's their big play. So depending on how we... That was a problem with mine. Okay, that's great. So it only gets... one... It just gets flying in a counter. So it's gonna deal 6. Well... I guess our option at this point is to Tentative Connection. And that's about it. So, land please. That's pretty much the worst thing. Alright, so Brushwag is lethal. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to block next turn. I think this is fine. The Frill Scare Mentor can block the Brushwag, and then Brushwag will die unless he spends all his mana that turn pumping the Brushwag. Oh, okay, he's got Vigilance. I'm bad at this game. That might still be okay. No, that's only 10 damage. Again, short on land, but I only missed 1 land drop, so it's kind of reasonable. And I kept a 2-lander. Have to do this. Okay, so I can get 10, but I don't have anything that'll be able to prevent the next points of damage. I can get 11. Yeah, if I just hadn't swung with the stinger, I don't think that would be lethal still. But yeah, there's nothing. I can't kill him. Lame. This is what I get for eschewing solid removal for damage. If I had just played black, this would have been mutual destruction or easy prayed, heartless. Yeah. The lesson is, if you're drafting Ikoria, play black-white, and probably stick to 2 colors. You can get greedy and go to 3, but typically in a draft you get enough enough good cards to make a solid 2-color deck. So, lesson learned. You got a lot of red and green spells though. No black or green. Alright, well I'll be back on Friday.